Starting now, so everyone who's interested about the Korean food and kimchi, just come along and have a look and enjoy. And then we distribute like kimchi and something like really delicious Korean food after that. And then when you attend here, you have a chance to have. Hello everyone. Actually, today I'm here to introduce like really amazing person who passionate about the kimchi. Actually, fermentation. One day I met one really nice person in a sustainability events in Melbourne, and then next to me, she's sitting on next to me, and she just tell me about, are you Korean? Do you know Korean Kimchi National Day about it? Well, I was so surprised. How did you know it? Even I didn't know it when it's the date of the Kimchi National Day. Even Korean. So actually, I found one really good products on the Meat Smith on Smith Street, and then like a really famous store in Melbourne, around the city. I found the kimchi, who made from Australian, not a Korean. Actually, it's a bit weird Australian making traditional kimchi, but I was so surprised and interested about her. How did she make a kimchi? Even I didn't know how to make it.
She's smarter than you.
Yeah! So, actually 2 years ago, I started making kimchi, how to make it, and then Googling and find out the YouTube, and then I asked my grandma. So, really thanks to the woman who making kimchi in Australia. I'll call her now, and she's going to demonstrate how to make kimchi, traditional kimchi, but really taste with like when Australian people eat it. Really nice, tangy flavor and crisp and sour. And Sharon Flynn, the fermentary.
Yeah. That's a nice introduction. You do love my kimchi, and I'm very honoured to be here. I'm also equally astounded to be invited here today.
Thanks.
This is a very, very beautiful Korean tradition that we've been very proud to share all over the place. We've been making kimchi with large groups of people in New Zealand, on a cruise ship last month, and all around Australia as well. And I've just learned that doing that and sharing that together in large groups of people is actually a huge part of Korean culture. It actually has its own word and its own UNESCO World Heritage treasure called kimjang.
Yeah.
And that is the act of gathering your ingredients together over each season in planning for kimchi making day, where you'll get your friends and family together and you make the kimchi together and you distribute it. And that's kind of what we're going to do today.
Yeah, it's Kimjang Day today. It's just not a unique and special, it's just normal and like sharing our happiness and something we like, and how you guys doing, and then my daughter is married like next month or something, like talking
just
about
gossip.
Yeah.
Just hanging out making kimchi, and that's what we're going to do today, right? But the important thing, if you want to do a kimjang and hang out with your family and put the love into the kimchi, which is what happens when you're doing that, you need a few quality ingredients. And luckily in Melbourne, we can get all of them. And they're really important, because if you just grab a regular cabbage and regular chili powder, you're not going to get the same results as you'll get if you follow the right steps. Right? The main ingredient, I think, is beichu. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cabbage. You can get them all around in the farmers markets and Coles even. We call it, Woolies, Woolies. This is where you got yours. They're beautiful. Just like making a sandwich or a spaghetti bolognese or any of our traditional other foods, everyone has their own recipe, right? And all over Korea, depending on where you are in Korea, the recipe and the tendencies will be different. So the further south you get, the warmer the climate, the more seafood tends to be in the kimchi, right?
Yeah.
Here at the fermentary in Dalesford, we use two kinds. One's vegan, no fish sauce at all, and the other one has a beautiful anchovy fish sauce. What's the word that you use for fish sauce in Korean?
In Korea.
You tell me and I'll say. Oh, there you go.
It's in Korea, which is have a lot of like kind of fish sauce, and which is jokgam. Jokgam means is fermented fish sauce, is we can use like anchovy and like
Prawns, shrimp, they're also fermented. So we're putting a lot of other ferments into our kimchi to make it beautiful. Alright, so sometimes you'll make a kimchi and you'll try and keep the wombok solid and you'll layer it. In that case you need quite a thick paste. Other times, like at the fermentary, we simply chop it. But whatever you do, you need to salt it the night before. We want to get some of that liquid out. This is full of natural water. We want to get some of that liquid out so it doesn't water down the paste, because the paste is everything. The paste contains a lot of garlic and ginger and a fish sauce and all the love, I reckon, actually. So here's one that we made last night. Tay did it.
Yeah.
You want to pull that out? I tend to use my hands a lot, and Tay set me out with these giant pink gloves. So I'm going to do as I'm told.
This red gloves is in Korea is
Traditional.
Yeah, traditionally always mom's generation when they do the kimjang, which is processing of kimchi, they wear the red glove because kimchi is red.
Yeah.
So when you guys are like wearing like white gloves, it's getting red.
Yes.
So it's better to.
It's better to put colour gloves on. These nearly red. At the fermentary on jarring day or kimchi day, we end up with kimchi usually up to our elbows, and you won't be till you get home that you're like, oh, oops, kimchi. But it's a pretty lovely smell. All right, so this one's been brined in salt. So that's the next key ingredient, is a really good sea salt. Either you'll sprinkle the wombok or the baichu with sea salt, or you'll soak it in a brine, a very salty brine, which that's what Tay has done. He's soaked it, and I'm going to squeeze it a little bit, yeah? So do you want to make one now? Do you want to start chopping the baichu?
Yeah, sure.
So we're going to make a chopped kimchi and a whole kimchi, just so you can see the difference. And we're going to put them, believe it or not, in this jar. It's going to fit in here. So what are the key elements in your kimchi paste?
Actually, we really like to put a like pear.
Pear.
Yeah, actually pear makes the kimchi more freshness.
Right. I mean, you can put any kind of sweetener in there. I recently was in Byron Bay with another fermenter friend, a cheese importer, and we had bananas. And we used bananas as the sweetener, and it tasted fantastic. That's bite size. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
We're chopping this one to be bite size, which is the same that you'd get it out of a jar. You can just use a fork and get it out. If you're trying to be much more sort of resplendent, you'll keep it whole and then pull it out and chop it yourself when you're serving. There's two different kinds. So you're adding a bit of water, and you're going to sprinkle some salt on that.
Yep.
Alright, so the other key ingredient is the really good chili powder. You can only really get these chilies in Korea. I don't think we're growing enough of them in Australia yet for us to use and for it to be found on the market. Some farmers have started to grow them, but it's a certain kind of chili and it's not very spicy. It's more of a smoky, warm, long flavour, so that whatever you are eating, you can taste that food as well as the chili spice of the kimchi. So it's a beautiful, rich chili. Sometimes you get something that's too spicy and it will just wipe out your taste buds, right? You can't taste egg yolk or the nuances of the other things that you're eating. So this is very important. Look out for it. Here's a packet. I don't know where the cameras are. Is that good? That's called gochugaru. Is that how you say it? That's how I say it.
It's gochugaru.
Yep.
It's chili
It's a
powder.
gochugaru powder. You can see it when you open the packet. It's quite coarse and it's quite shiny, and it's usually very almost in little squares, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of like
Without this, no kimchi, unless you're making a white kimchi. It's different. We're not doing that today. So look out for this. You can usually get it at Korean and Asian food stores. You can also get it on our website, actually. How are we going there?
Yeah, it's salting the cabbage already.
Right, so we've got the two key ingredients that you really have to have, wombok and gochugaru. All else, they're a little, to me, they are interchangeable. We need a sweetener. You're using nashi today.
Yeah.
I use a little bit of sugar. Sometimes I'll use a pear, like I said, banana. The other day my friend and I thought we could use a custard apple. So anything a little bit wet and sweet will do the job, because that will help the bacteria have something to eat and turn it sour. So on kimchi making day,
Yeah.
you eat the kimchi fresh before it's fermented that night?
Yeah, actually like when the kimjang day is the best day actually have it like with the pork belly. steamed pork belly really nice with like fresh kimchi, hasn't fermented. And then so it's actually like the process of the kimchi making, and then when we have making kimchi, like eating pork belly with the fresh.
I think one of the nice things about kimchi compared to say sauerkraut, which we also do, we do a lot of other ferments, but kimchi can be eaten that day, and while we're mixing it, it smells divine, right?
Yep.
And then that night you'll eat it fresh. You can eat it at day 1, day 2, day 3, and you can also eat it when it's 1 year old.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
the flavors are just going to develop and change over time.
And when you put the, like oyster, sometimes some people put the oyster in there. Oyster just take like this 1 month. You can eat it in a month. Because it's the oyster getting the bitter and old.
Yes.
So you have to eat it before 1 month. But otherwise, you can just eating like in 1 year.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And if it's a year old, it tends to be quite sour. And at that point, that's when you usually put it into soups and cook with it, right?
Yeah, really
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
Tasty.
All right, so the other key ingredient, in my opinion, is garlic, and a lot of garlic.
Yeah.
And beautiful ginger that we get here, Australian ginger.
Yeah.
That's adds depth to the flavour of the paste. We've got ginger, a sweetener, a really good chilli, gochugaru. So the sweetener today is nashi, and I haven't given you any time to chop that up. That's right, chop that up. Just chopping it into chunks. We're going to pop it in the blender here. I've actually made some kimchi paste ahead of time, just in case we don't get enough time to do it. And then we're going to put moo, which is a white radish. Looks like this. You can see these. We grow these all around Australia. They're easy to find. You can make kimchi just with moo, right? That's called moo kimchi. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. Just moo. Chopped it into little sticks or into squares and rub the kimchi paste all over that and pop it into jars. I really like that.
Yeah, actually we have it called kaktugi, which is only made with the
Oh, so I
radish.
made it up. And
Moo kimchi is the same. Moo kimchi is kaktugi.
okay, good. So that's a pretty pleasant kimchi to make. If you can't get hold of wombok, you can make it with just the radish. Are you going to be right? Have you got time to whip that paste up? Yeah, go on. The other thing that we're going to pop into the kimchi today, and you can get this recipe, we're going to post it on our website on Monday morning. But there are plenty of kimchi recipes online, aren't there?
Yeah, it's really many things.
I mean, so once you go in, you won't be able to come out, because this is a beautiful historical ferment that, I don't know, it's sort of quite popular at the moment in Australia and America too. You're seeing it all around with any fatty food. So anytime you eat anything fatty, you need an acid really to make it digestible and delicious. And kimchi really ticks that box for a lot of different foods. We've got spring onion that's going in. And the other thing that I don't use at the fermentery, because it's just another step and we don't have cooktops because we ferment, we don't use heat. We use the heat that happens in fermentation, natural fermentation. But the thing that's very popular to use is a rice flour or a sweet potato flour. So you'll cook that up and make it into a paste and add that to the paste that you're making to thicken it. And that way it will glue onto the wombok pretty much. And it makes for a really shiny, beautiful consistency, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're going to peel that nashi.
It's Korean nasi is actually called bear. Yeah. It's okay. Actually, nasi is Japanese, and we call the bear is more sweeter than the others.
Is it?
Yeah,
Can I have a
actually.
little taste?
Yeah, sure. I think it's from the Korea. It's imported.
This one's imported from Korea.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be noise on the microphone.
It's really good. So I'll put the nasi there in a blender.
And there are many kinds of ways to grind your wombok overnight. So if you get your wombok,
You get the wombok.
I'm saying wombok. That's what you'll find it called in the supermarket. When you look for that and you want to make a kimchi, just say you're going to make it on a Saturday, you'll prepare the cabbage the night before. Either you're chopping it up like Tay has, or you chop it into quarters, and you just put it in a container. Maybe you just fill your sink up with salty water. I'd say about, you do 15% salt, don't you?
Yeah.
Quite salty. As salty as the ocean, okay? So you don't be too precious. pop it into the sink. Pop your cabbage into the sink and let it sit there overnight. And in the morning, it will look like the one that I just pulled out before. Get that going. That cabbage is in here. It'll look a little old and you know, cooked almost. And that's what you want. So the next morning when you wake up, you'll have this cabbage. Let it stay there. Make the paste. That's the best thing to do. This first step overnight, make the paste. Rub your cabbage with the paste, pop it into a vessel. Now the vessel is the next thing that we should talk about actually, but let's get the paste. Are we going to, let's get the paste going. I keep talking about the paste. Here it is.
So when you blend it, it's the same like the process of this we made it already.
Yes. This is one that actually Roger made, and Roger's here in India. He made this out in Dalesford this week for us. I could pass it around with the smell.
Really nice.
It's a beautiful smell. It smells very garlicky and rich and smoky from the chili and the gochugaru. What are you going to do now?
I'll do the pasting.
Okay. Am I going to pass this around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We'll go down there and pass it around. No.
Oh, no, it's about to show here.
Pop that in the blender.
Yeah.
I'm going to, shall I keep this whole? So I'm going to pop, this is what we've done. We've made the paste. Let's just skip this step. And I've got my wombok, and this is where I start to paint it. Like this.
So it's better to have a look in the video because I don't know why it's a video recording is already.
Is it up there? Is the video on it? Can you see anything?
Can you see anything?
Nothing!
It's on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on the video?
Yeah, on the video.
Alright,
So
so what
Sharon's-
I'm doing
yeah.
is grabbing the cabbage leaf by leaf and I'm lifting it up. I don't know, there's something very familiar to me about doing this. Maybe it's just comforting.
You must be Korean.
Maybe I'm a Korean. Actually, I said auntie. That sounds better,
Yeah.
right?
You can call emo.
Emo,
Yeah.
that's me.
Emo is kind of auntie in Korea.
So you can see how pleasant it would be to get around together with your family, make extra kimchi paste, and prepare the cabbage the night before, and then stand together talking while you're painting all of this. And what you're doing, essentially, is setting yourself up for a winter. Because winter traditionally doesn't grow a lot of food, it's too cold, so you're popping all these beautiful ingredients that you've saved and fermented over the different seasons that they become available, and putting them together so that you can have them for, you know, more than a year even.
So actually, like this fermented system processes is two fermenting systems going around. The first is when you grind in a cabbage. Is the first, and second is when you put the marinade in there. The second fermentation is going.
Yes. And then the third step would be popping it into your vessel. Now you have beautiful vessels in Korea. What are they called? Ongi.
Ongi.
So the ongi,
Yeah, ongi.
Yep. The ongi is made out of a beautiful porous clay, so that it can breathe at the same time being protected from oxygen, which is an amazing thing,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, I'm just wondering, like, you're doing the cooking class in your commentary, right? And
Yes.
workshop and making
Yes.
kimchi. So, how is it going?
Actually, it's going really well.
Well?
Yeah, we like to travel around and do group sessions of making kimchi and teach this beautiful tradition. Yeah.
So, this one going to be like this paste, and then she making just a like layer of the kimchi.
Yes. So I've got hair in my eyes. I'm gonna when you finish making the kimchi, in the ongi, when you pull it out, there's a lot of juice in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you do with that juice in Korea, because all the Koreans I meet laugh at me when I say, when you're laughing at me. We like to bottle it. And I just can't stand the idea of throwing it out, because every time we did, our mouth would water. And we're like, we need to start drinking it. So we would take shot glasses of it. If you have a fatty steak or something, have a little shot of this. And then we started realizing that because it's so full of microbes, and living bacteria, which our guts desperately need these days, that we were easily putting a plethora of good bacteria and probiotics into our guts. But the beautiful thing about kimchi that, it's a thousands year old tradition. But now we're starting to realise through research into the gut-brain connection that there's in fact an immune booster that you rely on to not get sick. Yeah?
So Korean doesn't get a cold.
Well, if you get a cold, do you eat kimchi? Is that what you do?
Actually, one of my friends drink the kimchi juice when they get a cold. Take a shower with the hot water and drinking kimchi juice. Yeah.
I could have made that up. Well, that's great. So, there's quite a few bars around Melbourne that buy this kimchi juice to make Bloody Marys with.
It's amazing, actually.
Because it tastes really good with vodka. But it also is amazing to just sip on if you feel like you're coming down with a cold, or use it as a marinade.
Yeah.
You can make dressings with it. Pop it onto a bed of rice with an egg. And how do you eat kimchi actually is what people come up to me and they say, I buy your kimchi all the time. How am I supposed to eat it? I'm like, what's the fun part? How do you eat it, Tane?
Just eating like that.
You eat it, I like to eat it with a fried egg on a bed of rice.
Yeah.
This morning I had it with toast, avocado and a couple of eggs.
Oh, that's amazing. Actually, we just put the side and actually when we make the kimchi, like just on the rice and then that's really amazing with it. And I love it with the kimchi with the bacon.
Oh my god, can you make it?
Yeah,
we got this morning too.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like the pork belly thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you've left the core on. Do you normally do that?
Yeah. Actually, it's nice.
It looks nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks nice.
I'm going to try. I don't know if it'll fit in here with the core. So
you want to cut it off?
The trick to a good ferment, whether it's sauerkraut or kimchi, is locking out the oxygen. So we've now coated this with beautiful, beautiful paste that will start fermenting the cabbage and turn it quite sour. But we need to make sure that while that's happening, oxygen doesn't get in because that's how mold forms. There's a very fine line. It's distinct, but it's a fine line between rotting and fermenting. We don't want that to happen, so hopefully this will fit into our jar. I said it would.
Actually, it's the first time I saw this jar. It's really amazing. So how does this work?
Yeah, alright, so what we wanted, the jar has an airlock. You see that airlock?
Yeah.
We're going to put water in that, and the water will protect the oxygen. So air can get out, but no air can get in. And that's the perfect situation. With the ongi, you've got a special lid, and often we'll pour water around that, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, in Korea, in my generation, 70% people, our generation, didn't know how to make it. Kimchi.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah, so
that would be the same in Australia. A lot of people don't. We don't make our own cheese, we don't make our own yogurt. So it's the same thing, so it's nothing to feel bad about. However, it's a beautiful tradition. And it's so easy to make your own. I think these days you don't really know what's in kimchi if you're buying it quite cheaply, right?
Yeah.
So you need to get a look on the ingredients that should have no need for preservatives or colours or anything like that. It should say things like garlic, ginger, pears, chili, gochugaru hopefully it will say. And that's it. We don't need to have preservatives because when it's fermented, it's naturally preserved. Alright, so I'm going to pop the lid on. Quite often, we'll use a weight to hold it down. But kimchi, I think I'm just going to add a little bit more paste on the top. There you go. Now, I'm going to take this off.
This one smells so everyone
go on. Taste coming over.
Yeah.
Come forward. You could actually, we've got 5 minutes.
Yep.
See, I've made a mess anyway, my arms.
Yeah. That's what was left. This is, it's a Korean certified actually.
Korean certified. I feel certified now.
Yeah. Garlic and ginger, chili flake, which is gochugaru. Yeah, it smells nice, isn't it? Yeah. Good, isn't it? It's been a little bit fermenting. It's a big one. Yeah, nice, isn't it? So when it goes with the kimchi, it's really nice flavors comes out. Yeah. Yeah, very good, right? You like kimchi? Everyone loves your paste marinade. Sure.
A lot of
Yeah.
beautiful
I was so
ingredients.
surprised. Actually, because we have like promoting Korea and kimchi. Like how amazing it is. Thanks for it.
That's all right. So normally, you get water, you're going to pour it into this airlock and into both chambers. It's a pretty common thing in fermentation. Stick it in here.
Wow. It's like scientific class.
I know. And I think that's what makes it a little more interesting to people your age too, is the toys. So you get a toy like this, you fill it with kimchi. So this time next week, it'll be suitably sour, right?
Yeah.
7 days old. Traditionally in Korea, you make kimchi in the winter, yeah? Or just heading into winter.
Yeah, just heading into winter. Because
And then by the end of winter, by January, February, when food is getting scarce,
yeah.
you have your kimchi. That's when it's ready. You can start pulling from it. And you actually keep your ongi outside, up in the ground, yeah?
Yeah, in the ground. Actually, it's our like previous generation.
Yes.
We have a fridge for the kimchi.
Yes, we have a fridge. We have a fridge too for the kimchi, but
Yeah.
we also have dug a hole. We have an ongi there in our house. And in Australia, we would do that because it's so hot here in the summer. So opposite to Korea, we're making the kimchi. We would like to keep it cold because a ferment that is fermented in a low temperature for a long period of time tastes better. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So if you're going to ferment a kimchi and it's hot outside and it goes really fast, the flavours don't develop as well. So you really want it to be full temperature ferment.
Yeah, the temperature is important. Like wine, actually. You need to
Yeah.
keep the like shade on a shade, and then can keep the temperature, right temperature, 0 to 3 degrees.
So you have a resource called Jimmy Bang, right?
Yes.
And there's a cookbook and all this kind of thing. What are you doing? Promoting?
Yeah, promoting nutrition transfer. I just like looking forward to find out like kind of person like you.
That's so sweet.
Very nice.
So the other thing I like to mention, we've mentioned pork belly and bacon and eggs and things like that. But kimchi simply goes really well with sesame seeds.
Yeah.
You can put sesame seeds in it, but when you're eating it, putting a little bit of mayo, actually, or sesame dressing, roast sesame seeds, a really good quality sesame seed oil, is just like a meal in itself. And so is kimchi, because you're eating over 7 kinds of vegetables, a lot of garlic and ginger, so it's really the easiest meal you're going to have. So once you make 1 jar, you've got meals for days.
Yeah, just before you make it all your own kimchi, just buy like kimchi from the Korean grocery or wherever you can find and taste it, and then you will know what is kimchi taste. What I love it. Thanks for today, Sharon. Actually, yeah, really appreciate having you and your family with you, with the Rosa daughter. Yeah. And then we keep spreading our happiness actually about Korean food, especially kimchi, based on with the Sharon and her family and company. And really helpful actually for me as well.
My pleasure. It's been really fun to meet you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, and I'm very honoured to be an Australian up here making kimchi at a Korean festival.
Really amazing actually. Feel like really
Thank you, Kate.
yeah.